Thank you for joining WALB for this News Now segment. I'm Tristan Clements, and with us today we have Brandon Hutchinson with Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's good to have you here today.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. And I guess with the race coming up this upcoming weekend, the Ambetter Health 400, what can race fans expect going into the 2024 NASCAR season?
Race fans can expect more of what they've grown accustomed to at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We've got some of the most exciting racing on the circuit, and we also make sure that when cars aren't on track, fans have entertainment options throughout the entire property, throughout the entire race weekend. So they can expect a good time and great weather at Atlanta Motor Speedway this weekend.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And with you mentioned some other things for them to be able to do. What are some of those events that race fans will be able to see along with a great evening of racing?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, we've got the doubleheader on Saturday, the Freight 208 Craftsman Truck Series race, the Raptor King of Tough 250 Xfinity Series race. When we conclude racing on Saturday, we've got a big party on the infield. We'll have a laser light show, mechanical bulls, fireworks. We'll have a band playing as well. On Sunday, we've got Trackside Live with Kenny Wallace and John Roberts. We've got driver Q&As. We've got kids zones. We've got a lot of stuff going on the pre-race stage as well. And we've got the Ambetter Health 400. So it's going to be a great weekend full of entertainment for those fans that come and join us.
That's great. That's great. And I guess with all of this racing that's going on, where can fans actually get their tickets for this upcoming race? And I'm sure they're still available right now. And what kind of price range would spectators expect to see for this race?
Yeah, we got a great weather weekend on tap, so we know those tickets will be going quick this week. But fans can go to atlantamotorspeedway.com, look through the website, find a price point that works well for you and your family, or they can go to 8779 AMSTIX, speak to an agent. It's going to be a great weekend at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Hopefully your viewers will come out and join us.
Yeah, awesome. I hope they do. I hope to be up there myself. I like being on turn 3 and 4. That's usually the best place for me to get some good pictures and some good action shots. The Daytona 500 is actually happening today. And you just mentioned that this is going to be a perfect weekend weather-wise. The delayed Daytona 500 actually impact any racing this weekend over in Atlanta?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's very unfortunate, but thankful we're getting to run the Daytona 500 today. It will not affect the events at Atlanta Motor Speedway whatsoever. We have plenty of time for the haulers to get out of Daytona back to Charlotte, turn around, get down here to Atlanta. So the Ambetter Health 400 race weekend will go off without a hitch. As we've talked about, the weather's going to be great, so fans can make their plans on schedule for the race weekend at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
That's great. That's great. And talking about the racing, happening today, I know Joey Logano is slated for P1 out there on the track. I know last year at the Ambetter Health 400, he was actually the one that was able to take it home, get there on victory lane. What do you think of that in the start of the 2024 NASCAR season? Do you think he's going to have a good shot this year, both at the Daytona 500 and maybe a return victory in Atlanta?
You're dealing with 40 of the best drivers in the world, so I think they all have a chance to be racing for a championship in Phoenix. But Joey Logano is certainly one that is close to the top. I don't know what the odds are in Vegas right now, but I bet they're pretty good towards Joey Logano. Hey, it was a last lap pass during the Ambetter Health 400 last year against Brad Keselowski. Joey grew up racing here. He's probably been in victory lane more than any other driver on the circuit. Of course, that was his first win on the big track. So while he's been there a lot, it was his first time in the Cup Series. So that was a lot of fun for him, as well as a lot of fun for us. I think it's great seeing him on the pole for Daytona later today. I think it just shows that Penske team is very, very strong. They're coming off a championship season. They got the pole in Daytona. It's going to be a great year for Joey Logano, the whole Penske team. But, hey, listen, hopefully those Chevrolets will run strong, and maybe we'll see a Chevrolet in victory lane here next week at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
All right. And, top that off, I believe this is going to be the 5th Cup Series race that's going to be run on the track since it's being repaved. Are the drivers still reacting, positively to that repavement? Is it still fast speedway? Is it still exciting for the fans to be out there and watch?
Well, you're probably not ever going to get 100% of the drivers to agree on something, but You know, the majority of them love it. We know for our fans, it has created edge of the seat excitement. That's what's most important for us, is that our fans come to Atlanta Motor Speedway and have a great time. And I tell you, the racing those guys have put on has been second to none. We've got the best racing on the circuit, but most of the drivers would tell you it has created a style of racing like they've never seen before, and that's something they like. They're all competitors. As I said earlier, they're the best in the world, so they're ready for it. It's going to be white-knuckle racing for the drivers, and like I said, edge-of-the-seat excitement for the fans.
All right. That's awesome. And I guess when is the actual time for those races happening this weekend?
Yeah, the doubleheader on Saturday gets kicked off at 2 o'clock with the Freight 208, followed by the Raptor King of Tough 250 at 5 p.m. Hey, don't forget, kids are free on Saturday. And then the Ambetter Health 400 is at 3 p.m.
All right, that's awesome. That was Brandon Hutchinson with Atlanta Motor Speedway. Thanks so much for being with us. Greatly appreciate it.
Hey, we appreciate the opportunity. Hopefully we'll see you this weekend. If not, catch us on TV. Enjoy the race. Come on out to Atlanta Motor Speedway real soon.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us in this News Now segment. I'm Tristan Clements. Thanks for being here.